HeyParis here, and you guys have been waiting for the story time for some time now. So you know you're there real quick. This story time is kind of long, so I'm gonna do my best to like talk fast and hurry it up because we ain't trying to sit up in here for 45 minutes while I talk. No, we not. I know some of y'all like, yeah, we are, but no, I'm not. I don't feel like it. I don't want to. I don't. I told you guys I'd be doing the story time about the girl from my high school that literally cloned me and tried to be me and wanted to be me so bad. Let's just get straight into it because bitches is weird. So this happened at my ghetto school, my ratchet school, okay? If you guys know, if you guys are up to date in my story times, you know I went to 2 high schools and 1 alternative school. But my 2 high schools, one was ghetto, ratchet, fights every day, the worst, and then one was a very preppy, predominantly white, suburban school, okay? So I had a mix of personalities in my body, which I still have now, okay? I could get in your face if I need to get in your face. And I could be professional and just be like, listen, I do not have time to argue with you. I have places to go, okay? There's 2 sides of Paris. 2 sides, okay? But anyways, so this girl, up to this day, I don't know what her name is. I never asked her what her name is. She know my name. I don't know what her name is. I don't know where she from, what she did, who she with. I don't know nothing about her at all, okay? So basically, I was in my, was it English class? It was either English class or a science class. I don't remember. It might have been science. I don't know. Anyways, I was in one of my classes, okay? And I saw a face I never saw before. It was a new girl. So I was like, oh, cool, new girl. Wrong school to pick, but hey, what's up, right? No, I didn't say hey, what's up to her at all. I just ignored her like everyone else in the class was. So she was sitting, okay, the way that our class was set up is like an open square. So there's desks here, and desks here. And then the front is the teacher's desk. It's like a open square, okay? And I was sitting on this side, she was sitting on this side. We are literally face to face to each other in the classroom, okay? Sitting right across from each other. I remember this day so clearly because we had a substitute teacher and nobody was doing their work. Everyone was on their phone. Everyone was doing their own thing. But this new girl, she was, it looked like she was doing her work. It looked like she was doing her work and she was writing and stuff. And, you know, I didn't really pay her any attention, but I just noticed that she was the only person who was doing work. So I was like, oh, cool. New girl is about her homework. Cool. After class now, she stops me and she's like, hey, my name is something. I don't know her name. I don't know. I don't remember. Never stuck in my head. Even the day after, I don't remember what she said. So we gonna say her name is okay? So she's like, my name is what's your name? I'm like, hey, I'm Paris. So I'm like, oh, this girl probably want to be my friend or something because she's new to the school, but little does she know, I ain't got no friends up in this bitch, so you don't want to be my friend. You don't want to be my friend. You better find someone else to be friends with. I'm not the one. I might look like I have friends, but I don't. So you picked the wrong girl to say hello to and introduce yourself to. But she seemed very, very kind. She seemed very nice. And she seemed like she wanted to be my friend. So she's just like, yeah, I'm new here. I came from so-and-so. I don't remember what she said, honestly. I was just ready to go and eat some food. I was hungry. I remember I was hungry. That's the one thing I remember. I was hungry, okay? So she was talking to me for a little bit while we're walking through the halls. And we're walking all the way until I got to my locker. I get to my locker now. And she's like, I don't want this to seem creepy, but I like to draw. I consider myself an artist, and today in class I was drawing you. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't think it was creepy at all. I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. I was minding my business. Someone was drawing me, like, made me feel good. I was like, oh my gosh, can I see? She shows her the picture. She did an amazing job. It looked fantastic, okay? It was like a realistic, but anime at the same time. But it looked like me and it looked cool. So I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Thank you. And then she wrote my name at the bottom and then she gave it to me. She's like, here, you can have it. I was like, oh, thank you so much. I put it in my locker, okay? So the next day comes and I have the same class again and I see her sitting down. I'm like, hey. And she gave me the weirdest look. I was like, what's going on? She was like, that's how she looked at me. I was like, what damn, what did I do to her? She didn't look at me for the rest of class. She didn't talk to me. Nothing like that. No eye contact, no nothing. So we're leaving. And I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, I can't talk to you. And she walks away. I'm like, okay. So the only friend that I had in school was there that day. Sometimes she was there, sometimes she wasn't. I needed to get up out of high school, so I had to go sometimes. Sometimes I skipped with her, but most of the times, if I had to do what I had to do, I did what I had to do, and I did it. You know what I'm saying? So my friend was actually there that day, which she normally isn't. And look at it. I graduated high school and she didn't. Y'all need to stop letting people peer pressure you before you end up with absolutely no diploma. You feel me? But anyways, beyond the point, my friend was there that day, and basically we're at lunch. We went in the lunchroom this time, and I seen the new girl sitting with the group of girls who don't like me and my friend. So I was like, oh, that makes sense. It makes sense that she can't talk to me because her friends are probably like, we don't talk to Paris, we don't mess with Paris, don't be her friend. And she's like, oh, I haven't seen Paris walking around with this amount of girls, so I'd rather have a bunch of friends than a real ass friend, okay? So I was like, you know what? Do your thing. I don't need you in my life anyway, boo. That night, I went home. She wasn't in my mind. I wasn't thinking about her. I was like, okay, just another bitch hating on me. What's new? I went home, and I do not remember who did this. If you guys remember, let me know in the comment section down below. I don't know if I was watching BET or Much Music or what the case may be, but somebody had their musician name on their, what are they called? I used to wear them all the time. On their, all-star Converses, okay? They had their name on the rubber part of the Converses. So, you know, my name back in the day was Twinkie. So I put Twinkie, what's Twinkie? Okay, I put Twinkie on the rubber part of my shoe on both sides. And I put like little stars and little hearts everywhere. It looked mad tacky, but you know, trends come and trends go, okay? And I was always up to trend. And no one in my school ever did that either, okay? I never seen nobody in my school do that. So I did it. I go to school the next day now, me and her in the same class, and unfortunately, and yes, I'm gonna say unfortunately, my teacher made me and her partners during for some whatever class project we were doing, okay? So she was barely talking to me. I was just doing my work. She was doing her work. Teacher would come by every now and then and be like, you guys need to talk to each other. You guys need to communicate. And I'm like, no, not with her, because she don't like me, because her friends don't like me. So, you know, I'm not talking to her. But either way, I don't know how she saw my shoes, but she saw my shoes, okay? And the reason why I know she saw my shoes is because she was wearing Converses as well. Back in this day, everyone had Converses, whether it was white, pink, black, whatever the case may be. She had black Converses, I had white Converses. You remember I put my name Twinkie on my Converses. I spelled my name Twinkie. My nickname Twinkie back then was Twiinki, okay? Go to lunch now. And I just noticed, I was walking in, me and my friend were walking in the lunchroom. I seen her and those girls walking in the lunchroom too behind us. And I noticed that her black Converses have a little bit of gold writing at the front. And I'm like, but I did this last night. So how, did she see the same program as me or what? Because when she came into science class, her shoes look brand new with no writing or nothing on it. What is going on? So we're in line to get our lunch or whatever. Her and her friends are behind us. So I told my friend, okay, we're gonna go behind them. We're gonna act like we forgot our money. Go behind them because I want to see what's written on her shoe, okay? So I walk by them and I'm looking down on her shoe. Why does her shoe say Twinkie on it? Twiinki. That's my nickname. So that even makes sense to me. I was like, why does she have my nickname on her shoes? Even if you're gonna copy me, shouldn't you put your own nickname on your shoes or your first name on your shoes or something? Why is my nickname on your shoe? Imagine I put HeyParis on my shoe and then you see someone wearing HeyParis on their shoe. Why are you representing me on your shoe? I don't understand. It does not make any sense, okay? So at that point, I'm like, I don't care if these girls don't know me, I'm gonna ask her. I'm like, why? So I went up to her in the line and I'm like, why do you have my name on your shoe? She's like, your name? I thought your name was Paris. I'm like, yeah, my name is Paris, but my nickname is Twinkie, and that's what's on your shoe. She starts hesitating and stuttering, and her friends are looking at her like, yeah, why is Twinkie on your shoe? And she's just like, No, it's not Twinkie. It just rubbed off a little. It's supposed to say Twinkle. That's my nickname. Bitch, Twinkle's your nickname. What? How you lie so easy? How you lie on the spot like that? Talk about it rubbed off. If it rubbed off, shouldn't the rest have rubbed off too? You use gold, permanent, shiny marker. How the hell that rub off? And on top of that, it rubbed off to say Twinkie with 2 eyes and an eye at the end. And then she talked about, I'm like, so how do you spell twinkle? She's like, looking at her shoe, you know, she's like Twinkile. The L-E rubbed off. I'm like, why you always lying? I was like, this girl is weird. Like, you ever met someone who's just a weirdo? She was just a weirdo. I was like, you mad weird. Like, who does that? And then lies out the spot about it. So you know what? You know, I went about my business or whatever. She's at the lunchroom table. I'm behind her with my friend at the lunchroom table. I'm just eating my burger and she's with her friends or whatever. And I see her put her foot up and write the rest, Twinkle. And I'm like, since when was your nickname Twinkle? Where did you come up with that? Who nicknames yourself Twinkle? Okay? I'm a tinkle on your shoe and erase everything for you copying me. For real. Be original, ho. But that's not the end of it. That's not the end of it. Maybe a week later, I had a friend. He was coming out. He was letting everyone know he was gay. So he was having a coming out party, okay? And I was like, okay, I'm ready to support him. I'm ready to turn up. Like, it's gonna be lit. This is a friend who didn't go to my school. I had no friends at my school. This is a friend who lived in the West End. I live in the East End. This is a completely different situation. So he was having a coming out party or whatever. And I asked my friend, because the only friend I had in the school, she was really good at doing hair. She would always do my hair. I asked her if she could braid colorful braids into my hair. So pink, blue, yellow, like the rainbow. I wanted all in my hair for his coming out party. So, you know, I did that. We went to the party. We had fun. I went back to school the next day with the same, not the next day. It was on a Saturday. So on the Monday, and my hair was still rainbow, but I wasn't gonna keep it in for long. I was gonna take it out the next day. So, you know, I go to school and everyone's like, oh my gosh, I like your hair, I like your hair. People who have never talked to me before were like, oh my gosh, I love your hair looks so good. Who did your hair? Blah, 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 just complimenting me. And I was like, oh, thank you. Like, I thought y'all hated me. Next day, I took them out and I put my hair back in pink, okay? And before I even continue the story, one of my subscribers, I wish I remembered your name, one of my subscribers dug up into my history and found this picture of me. I used to look like this, guys. The glow up is real. Like, you can glow up too. That is ridiculous and uncalled for and unnecessary and not a good look. I can't believe that was me. But anyways, that is what I look like when, I think that was when I was maybe, how old was that? Maybe 14, 15 years old. But I still did my hair like that growing up, like a mess. A mess in a dress with pink hair, okay? But anyways, I went back to school with my normal hair because, like, I thought it was just too much. Rainbow every day, too much. I was just doing it for the one occasion for my friend's coming out party. So I go to school with my regular hair now, and like you predicted, she came to school with rainbow hair. The only difference is my rainbow hair was like pink, green, whatever, all together, mixed together like this. She did pink, green, blue, like individual. Mine, like every single strand of braid was colorful. Hers was every single braid is a different color. So pink, blue, green. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, this girl is so weird. Why do you want to be me so bad? First, you lied and said, okay, before I even say anything, in my head, I'm like, I put Twinkie on my shoe, right? I put Twinkie on my shoe. What did you think Twinkie meant to me? Did you think it was a brand or something? Did you think it was, like, what did you think it was? Like, I would never just look at someone's shoe and their shoe says Brandon on it, and I put Brandon on my shoe because I'm like, it looks cool. Like, are you weird? Anyways, so in between switching periods that day, I was talking to my friend. I was like, yo, she's copying everything I'm doing. Like, let's see what we can do to basically make sure that she's copying me. So my friend was like, okay, tomorrow we're gonna put your hair in pigtail buns. So like 2 and then up like this, but like bun style or whatever. I'm like, okay, I never did that before. Back then, I never seen nobody do that before, but we saw it on some celebrity and we're like, we're gonna do it, okay? So, before that happened now, we get approached by the new girl and like I want to say 6 other girls who are her friends, or she thinks are her friends, and they come up to me and she's like, why did you tell JC that I'm copying everything you do? I'm like, bitch, who is JC? I don't talk to no niggas in this school. Who is JC? What are you talking about? And lo and behold, and through the grace of God, whoever the hell JC is, I've seen him around school, but I don't know him. I never talked to him in person, nothing like that. He was on the corner from where my locker is. This is my locker, and then there's a corner right here. He was chilling on the corner with his friends, heard his name, and came out, and he was like, yo, I heard my name. What's going on? So she's like, I'm just asking her why. Oh, I didn't even finish the sentence of what she said. She said, why are you telling JC that I'm copying everything that you do? I don't even know you. I don't know your name. I've never seen you before. Da 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 da. And before I could even reply to her, JC came around the corner and he was like, I heard my name, like, what's going on? And she's like, oh, I'm just telling her how she told you that I'm copying everything that she does, and that's not true. Da 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 da. And she's acting like this. Da, 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 da. She never acted like that before. She's only acting like this because she's hanging around those girls. So JC, or whoever the guy's name, I'm just making up a name. His name's not JC, but say his name is JC. JC, I don't remember what his name is. Anyways, JC was like, yo, why are you lying for? I never said she told me anything. I asked you yourself, why are you copying her? Because I seen her with that hair, and then the next day you came with the hair. So I'm asking you myself, why are you copying her? I never spoke to her. Me and her never spoke, but I saw her with that hair first, and you're obviously copying her. Don't lie on my name. And then he walked away and he was mad. And she's like, regardless, I'm not copying you. I don't know who you are, okay? I'm like, you don't know who I am, but I'm right here in my locker. I'm right here in my locker. But open up my locker, take out the picture, but you drew me in science class. What are you talking about? You came up to, I just aired out all her situation to everybody. I'm like, you came up to me, asked me what my name was, told me you drew a picture of me, wrote my name on your shoe, not knowing that that was my nickname. You did your hair like me. So obviously, if you're this mad and this upset and this pressed that someone brought it to you, that you're obviously copying me, you're copying me. She's like, I'm not copying you, and I only drew that picture of you because I felt sorry for you. That makes so much sense. You feel sorry for somebody, so you draw pictures of them on your first day of school. Bitch, what? She walks away with her friends, and me and my friend are just dying laughing, and the JC person comes back to me and he's like, honestly, I never told you told me anything. I don't know why she's lying for, but we all know, and he's with his boys, and he's like, but we all know and we all noticed that you did your hair and everyone was complimenting you, and then she came to school the next day and did her hair the same way. I'm like, yeah, I know. I don't know what's wrong with her. She's a weirdo. And I told him about the shoe and everything. He's like, yo, she's weird, yo. Don't make her come around you. People like that you can't trust. People like that you can't trust. I'm like, trust me, whatever. So then the next day, I put my hair in 2 pigtails, and she didn't copy me. But me and my friend decided one day that we wanted to wear sweatpants under our uniforms, because our uniforms are super, super baggy, and they were pants. They weren't skirts or shorts or anything. We had nothing cute at that school. It was big, baggy, hard pants, okay? We wore sweatpants under it and then pulled our uniforms down a little, and then after school, we would flip our tops inside out so that you could see our cute little stomachs, okay? We are little thotties, okay? So anyways, after school we walk in and we see her and all her friends, okay? We've been doing this, by the way. This is not the first time. We've been doing this, and we was the only one doing it. We see her and all her friends wearing it the same way we're wearing it, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm finito. Nope, I don't want to exist. But we're not done. We're not done. Back then, we still had vibe.to, which is a website like MySpace, but for Toronto people, okay? And my Vibe page was popping, okay? It was popping. I'm talking about, you log out to my page, there's music playing, there's lights flashing, there's slideshows going by, and all of that, okay? I didn't even know old girl had a vibe.to, okay? But I realized she had a vibe.to when, this is when the drama started to happen, okay? And I was like, I'm not even bringing the drama to myself. People are bringing it to you because they're like, you're copying everything that Paris is doing. So anyways, like I said, my Vibe page was popping. People would ask me all the time to do their HTMLs for them and stuff like that. If you're young, you have no clue what I'm talking about, but the older people watching this, you know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? So her page, I didn't know she had a vibe.to. Her page was exactly like mine, down to the poem that I copied and pasted off Google. Okay, the same format, the same song playing, the same lights flashing. I was like, did this girl copy my HTML? without, like, did she hack into my account and copy my HTML? Because everything was the exact same except it was her pictures instead of mine. And I was like, what in the world? Okay? I was not popular in school, okay? I had no friends in school, but I was super, super popular on vibe.to. That's how I knew all my friends. That's how I met one of my best friends was vibe.to. Vibe.to connected me with so many people that I would have never known, okay? And I had a bunch of friends on there. I was super, super popular on vibe.to. So everyone, all of my friends at least, were going on her pages saying, why are you copying Paris? People were writing, anyone who likes her HTML, check out Paris's HTML. It was hers first, Paris had it first. And there was like her, not her inbox, her public messages were all about me. As you're scrolling, like I'm talking about like 60 different messages talking about how she stole my HTML. So I was like, I didn't even ask nobody to do this, but at least y'all noticed. That's all I'm saying. Go to school the next day now. She want to come up to me talking about, I want to fight you after school. I'm going to fight you after school. I'm like, for what? What are you fighting me for? For what? For why? She's like, you told people that I stole your HTML on vibe.to and I didn't. I'm like, I didn't tell anyone to say anything or do anything to you. You copied my HTML. They noticed. I have a lot of friends on Vibe, as you can see, and they're going to back me up and let the people who are looking at your HTML and basically complimenting you that it's not your work, it's mine. You want to fight me over that? She's like, yeah, I'm going to fight you after school. I'm going to fight you after school. I wasn't even nervous. I wasn't scared, nothing like that. I was like, I don't have time for this girl. And even though I've never fought in my life, I felt like I could beat ass. So I wasn't scared. I was like, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get it. Let's go. You weirdo. You want to beat me so bad. Like, after school comes and me and my friend are walking and my friend's like, if she touches you, I'm going to beat her ass. Because my friend was a fighter. So I was, on top of that, I was even less scared. Because I'm like, if you touch me, all hell is going to break loose, okay? So, and this was before the time that the entire school tried to fight us, okay? Me and my friend. But anyways, if you don't know about the story, it's in my Storytime videos. But anyways, so then, me and my friend are walking, her and her friends are walking behind us, calling us all types of names and stuff. So I'm like, you know what? To my friend, I'm like, you know what? If they want to fight me, if she wants to fight me, let's fight them. Like, I'm down, whatever. It's the first time I was like, I'm ready to punch her because she's annoying. She's trying to steal my life. She's trying to do everything that I'm doing. Like, get your own life, get your own personality, be your own person. That's how I felt. So I'm like, let me knock the personality into you then, if that's what you want. Let's get it, let's go. So I turn around, I take off my backpack and I'm standing there like this. I'm like, you want to fight me? Let's fight. This is the first time I felt like a gangster. I felt like a gangster because I was ready. This girl goes, I don't even have time for you, honestly. What do you mean you don't have time for me? You just followed me from the front of the school to the bus stop, bro. You have time. You got time and we about to fight. Like, what are you talking about? And her friends are like, what do you mean we don't have time? You're gonna fight her. You said you're gonna fight her all day. Fight her. Fight her. And they're pushing her against me. And she's not touching me. Like, she would stop right here before she hit me with her body. And I'm like, punch me. I'm like, punch me. Go ahead, punch me. She starts getting scared, looking scared and stuff. She's like, I don't want to fight you. I don't need to fight you. Like, I'm not, just know that I'm not copying you, okay? And then her friends are like, you're a bitch, you're a bitch. Like, why would you say you're gonna fight the girl and you're not gonna fight the girl? And da, 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 da. So then her friends start cussing her. And I'm like, I ain't got no time for this. Y'all cussing with each other now. I got to go. Peace out, home slice. Hopped on the bus. Next day comes, okay? Story's almost done, I promise. Next day comes and it's like lunchtime now. I didn't see her in class, but I saw her at lunch. She's sitting by herself now. She is sitting with her friend. She's sitting by herself. I don't know what happened or what transpired after I hopped on the bus that day, but obviously her friends were mad that she didn't fight me because they wasn't talking to her. She was sitting by herself, okay? By herself. And then for the rest of the time that I was in that school, I never saw her hanging out with those girls ever again. She was hanging out with like these two other weirdos. I don't know what they were, what they do or anything. That she was hanging out with these two other girls and that's what you get. The hell? That's what you get. That's what happens when you pick popularity over a real ass friendship, because we could have been best friends, okay? We could have been really, really good friends, but you chose to be with them because they had more people on their side. You could have had a real friendship between me, my friend, and you, okay? You chose the wrong side. Bye. Too bad for you. Anyways, Anyways, guys, let me know if anything like this has ever happened to you. Leave a comment down below. Make sure you follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. All that jazz in the description box down below for your convenience. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, please, because I'm trying to get to 100,000 followers, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. More videos are coming for you this week, like I promised, and I'm so excited to bring them to ya. If you have any suggestions or anything like that for videos or reaction videos or anything like that, you could DM me on Instagram. I try to read as many DMs as possible on Instagram. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Love you guys so much. Don't gotta tell you twice, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye guys.